We are at Salt Lake City's Fife Wetland Preserve. It is about 9th South and 9th West, so it's in the heart of the city. What I really find special about this place is the convergence of the urban and the wild, researchers doing work here, but also human needs for nature and for shelter. My name is Christy Bills. I am the Invertebrates Collections Manager at the Natural History Museum of Utah. So this is like a baby wetland that is going to grow up and change. And my piece in this is to collect bugs and watch as the arthropod community may potentially change in relationship to this healthy plant community. Years ago, this place was sort of a discarded, forgotten place. It was a railroad pass-through. And you can see the history when you look at the bridges, because they're old railroad bridges. And in 2010, Salt Lake City was able to acquire this property and turn it into a very small wetland preserve along the Jordan River. In 2016, the Natural History Museum of Utah began doing bioblitzes to survey and find out what was here. So in our bioblitzes, we invite all members of the public to just take pictures of the flora and fauna with this really cool free app called iNaturalist. And honestly, as an expert in insects, I was not terribly interested in this place. But it turned out members of the public were finding really interesting things here, and even some things that were very surprising and unusual. A damselfly in particular, which is a relative of a dragonfly. In 2020, things got really exciting, and this place even got more interesting. A botanist who's local had been collecting seeds from other wetlands around the state to be planted along the banks. Tree Utah began planting native shrubs and trees to create a more healthy plant community. The University of Utah Benyon Center and the Jordan River Commission have been planting trees along the sides of the banks of the Jordan River. So a lot of people don't know about it yet, and I hope more people learn about it and want to come here and not only enjoy it, but also participate in a lot of different ways by either participating in the museum's bioblitzes and documenting what's here and getting to know the names of the plants, but also watching as it grows and the trees and shrubs grow up and become more mature, and this place becomes even more diverse and fascinating. But also, however you like to enjoy nature, I hope that people will come here and use this as a place to fall in love with.
Hello, I'm Nan. I'm the founder of a community-held writing practice called River Writing. And river writing is writing in community and reading to each other. And it's something that's for everyone. That we believe writing is for everyone, poetry is for everyone, just like this place we're in today is for everyone. And so we want to give you some direct invitations to join us. If you want to grab a pen, some blank paper, that's really all you need. You might also write to some of the poetry invitations we used here today. Any little snippet, any line of poetry could be a door. And then if you really want to do river writing, find a friend and you'll read to each other and you'll just say thank you. You won't offer any critique or praise. And it's just about the experience of bringing something to the page and sharing it, and especially in community if that opportunity exists. Mae Swenson is the poet that I brought today. This book is called Nature Poems Old and New. It's a collection of her poetry. So Mae Swenson was born in 1913 in Logan, Utah, and she was the oldest of 10 children in a family of Swedish Mormon immigrants. And then she went to Utah State for a bachelor's degree, and then she went to New York City and never came back. She first started getting published in the 50s. And she was openly lesbian and writing into her real life. And all of that is somewhat remarkable for the time. And also that she was just known for bringing the beauty and the balance of the whole universe. She writes very earthly poems and also looking to the heavens, poems about the sky and the stars. So this poem is called Earth, Your Dancing Place. And you can just have your pen in your hand and catch any phrase that is like, oh, that rings a bell for me. I'll offer a prompt or two at the end, all right? Earth, Your Dancing Place by Mae Swenson. Beneath heaven's vault, remember always walking through halls of cloud, down aisles of sunlight, or through high hedges of the green rain. Walk in the world high-heeled with swirl of cape, hand at the sword hilt of your pride. Keep a tall throat, Remain aghast at life. Enter each day as upon a stage, lighted and waiting for your step. Crave upward as flame, have keenness in the nostril. Give your eyes to agony or rapture. Train your hands as birds to be brooding or nimble. Move your body as the horses, sweeping on slender hooves over crag and prairie with fleeing manes and aloofness of their limbs. Take earth for your own large room and the floor of earth carpeted with sunlight and hung round with silver wind for your dancing place. All right, so we want to get a line at the top of the page. Remember, the idea is just to keep going. So you're not trying to craft or prove anything. You're just catching your wild mind wherever it goes. We're going to write for 7 minutes this time. You can just let it spill out onto the page.
A nature journal, a memory of wildness. Collect them all, not for gain or trophy, but as a reminder of my living, of their living, of our togetherness, sharing their special essence with me for just a moment.
I have a responsibility to this earth, but I do not yet know how to take proper care. I cannot dance yet. I must provide and nurture. It is part of my responsibility.
As railroad earth chugs forward, and small butterflies drift at shin height, and the ants make their way homeward, and the rocks are weathered in their cages, I await, smelling the blossom of a new name.
Train your hands. These webless spiders without eyes, these curling tendrils of want, this lock, this grasp, this embodiment of our need.
All of us connected yet distanced. I'm curious when the seeds will land, take root, and flourish. In places of new growth like this, I can see the future. Life goes on. Birds land like the pelican that I saw here last fall. I should have known it was a sign of bigger things.
Thanks for joining us today. I hope you enjoy river riding wherever you are. You can just enjoy it, be free with it. Thank you.